simulated time, what if our past never really happened? Time, one of the most fundamental concepts of our existence. We wake up in the morning, plan our day, and store our experiences as memories. But have you ever wondered, what if our past never actually happened? What if we only exist in the present moment, and what we call the past is just a simulation created by our brains? This idea may sound like science fiction, but modern science, philosophy, and technology suggest that we should take this question seriously. How does our brain construct the past? Does time truly flow, or is it just an illusion of perception? If we live in a simulation, does our past even need to have really happened? In this video, we will question the nature of time, explore how our brains perceive the past, and examine intriguing theories from science and philosophy. By the end, you may realize that what we call reality is not as solid as we once thought. If you're ready, let's take a journey through time. Perception of time and memory. Our perception of time is deeply connected to the way our brain functions. But does remembering the past prove that it really happened? Or is it just an illusion created by our minds? The hippocampus in our brain is responsible for storing memories and recalling past experiences. However, scientists have shown that our memory is not as reliable as we believe. For instance, false memories can be created, and sometimes people remember events that never actually occurred. This suggests that our brain might function like a time machine, not recalling the past as it happened, but reconstructing it instead. If our memory can be altered, how can we prove that the past truly existed? Additionally, our perception of time is fascinating. When we are children, time seems to pass more slowly, but as we age, it feels like time speeds up. What causes this? Could it indicate that time is not an objective reality but rather a matter of perception? What we know about memory and time perception leads us to a larger question. Did our past really happen, or does it only exist because we remember it? Simulation hypothesis. Did our past truly happen, or does it only feel that way? As we explore this question, modern science and technology confront us with a startling possibility, the simulation hypothesis. This theory, proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom, is widely debated by scientists today. The basic idea is this: if humanity becomes advanced enough, we may develop the technology to simulate past events and entire realities. If such a thing is possible, the probability that we are already living in a simulation is quite high. Think about it, even today, video games and virtual reality are becoming increasingly sophisticated. In 50 years, we may be able to create fully realistic simulated worlds. If we can do this, isn't it likely that a more advanced civilization has already done it? And if so, could everything we experience simply be a past that was programmed into our reality? If this is true, does our past even need to have really happened? If we live in a simulation, the past might simply be part of the program. Just like a video game character's backstory is pre-written code, our history may just be stored data. Interestingly, certain oddities in quantum physics align with the simulation hypothesis. For example, the double-slit experiment shows that a particle doesn't exist in a fixed position until it is observed. It remains in a state of probability. If reality is a simulation, perhaps the world only renders when we look at it. If our past is nothing more than lines of code, how can we verify our memories and historical events? How can we test reality itself? As we ponder these questions, in the next section, we will take a closer look at the physical nature of time. The nature of time. Does time truly exist, or is it just an illusion? Physicists have shown that time is not a fixed concept. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity revealed that time is flexible. It can slow down or speed up. For example, near a black hole, time passes much slower than it does for us. Even though we don't notice this in daily life, the fact that time is relative has been scientifically proven. But if time is changeable and depends on the observer, can the past truly exist? Some physicists support a concept called the block universe theory. According to this theory, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. We only feel as if we are moving through time. This would mean that our past never actually passed, it still exists somewhere. However, this theory could also support the idea of a simulation. If the universe is a computer-generated construct, time might simply be stored data. Just like scenes in a video game only load as the player moves forward, time may only appear to exist as we experience it. But if our past is just a stored dataset, what does that mean for our identity? Is reality as real as we think? So far, we've questioned whether our past truly happened. We explored the reliability of memory, examined the simulation hypothesis, and analyzed the nature of time from both physical and philosophical perspectives. But what do we ultimately take away from all this? The truth is, there is no definitive way to prove that the past ever truly existed. Perhaps time is just a concept our brain creates to make sense of reality. Perhaps we are living in a simulation, and our past is nothing more than pre-programmed data. But putting all of that aside, the most important question is this: does questioning the nature of reality change the way we live? Even if the past never really happened, isn't what we feel and experience in the present the only thing that truly matters? Maybe reality is nothing more than how we respond to it. Thank you for watching this video. If you found these ideas interesting, share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in future videos.